Meghan Markle's Archetype series suffered an embarrassing plunge in the podcast charts this week. The Spotify podcast series, which has just one episode left, has failed to take off despite the couple's reported £18 million deal with Spotify. The Daily Mirror's royal correspondent Russell Myers said that there is mounting pressure on the Sussexes following the flop. He told True Royalty TV's The Royal Beat, the podcast got off to a great start, but it's currently in the 70s in the charts this week. It's dived, it's gone up and down. Earlier this week, the 10th episode languished at 77 on the US Spotify chart and was beaten by a collection of baby lullabies. Overall, the Archetypes podcast sits at number 22 in the charts, a dramatic drop-off after initially holding the top spot, so Spotify stopped manipulating the numbers. Mr. Myers also discussed the couple's weird personal message to Sir Elton John ahead of his farewell concert in California this week. In the clip, which appeared to have been filmed at the couple's Archwell offices, Harry said to Elton John, "Thank you for being the friend that you were to my mum. Thank you for being our friend, and thank you for being a friend to our kids." The clip ends with Meghan placing her head on Harry's chest and blowing a kiss to the camera. He explained, "They did some weird video for Elton John this week, which I felt was a bit of a mishmash of the two of them paying tribute to Elton John. They haven't found their groove. In one sense, they're still trying to create news for themselves and things to do. But there's a lot of pressure on them." The latest Archetypes episode, titled Beyond the Archetype, Human Being, saw Meghan decried slut-shaming, claiming men who sleep around get a free pass, while women who explore their sexuality face scrutiny. Meghan made her comments while speaking with actor Michaela J. Rodriguez, a man living as a woman known for his role on the FX series Pose. "One of the things all women face is, as you're getting older, you're exploring and starting to understand your sensuality, your feminine divinity, your sexuality. Oftentimes it can be used very much against you." Meghan, who's been upping her social justice rhetoric with the launch of a new podcast, added, "For a woman especially versus a man, if he's a player or having fun or whatever he's doing, it's often celebrated, even heralded. But for a woman, if she's perhaps the most successful woman in finance in her mid-50s, someone will still say, 'Yeah, but she was such a slut in college.'" Her point, if one can be discerned, seems to be, "I want a license to unlimited profligacy too." Meanwhile, columnist Kristen Tate says Meghan and Harry have done so much to destroy the royal family. The Hill columnist added, "These people are completely detached from reality. The Sussexes are facing a new wave of criticism since Meghan Markle's Spotify podcast Archetype started." Meghan has invited several celebrities on her podcast. Previous guests on the podcast have included Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, Mindy Kaling, Margaret Cho, Lisa Ling, Constance Wu, Paris Hilton, Issa Rae, and Jamila Jamil. She's been criticised by the British media after every episode of the podcast, no matter what was discussed there. Some monarchists in the British tabloid media are not ready to forgive Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for their decision to get married and settle in California.